For 9 days in May of 2024, 3 travelers joined forces on a whirlwind venture through the southern USA. Their goal was to visit and tell the stories of several airborne law enforcement operators. Hangar Z podcast host John Gray, Jack Shanley, along with photojournalist Brent Bundy, would spend that time flying and meeting with these police aviators to learn about the work they do to ensure the safety of the citizens they protect and the officers they support. The first stop on the tour was with the Oxford, Alabama Police Department Aviation Support Unit. This initial meetup was not by accident. Having met Lieutenant Jake Durham, the architect of the Oxford Aviation Unit, we knew that not only would this department be included in this expedition, but it would also be the leadoff. Before departing Alabama, aviation and canine units from around the region descended on Oxford to attend Jack's class on apprehending fleeing suspects. Over 100 officers from over 25 agencies attended the one-day course, which has been taught globally by Jack for over 24 years. After 2 full days of recording, flying, and training, the tour loaded up and headed north to Music City. Unlike Oxford's fledgling airborne unit, Nashville has operated an aviation division for over 50 years. Averaging 2,000 calls for service a year, involved in over 900 arrests, and the recovery of more than 350 stolen vehicles, Nashville's Air Support Unit has become an essential part of their city's efforts to protect the citizens, visitors, and officers on the ground. Before departing the volunteer state, John, Jack, and Brent made their way east to Piney Flats, home to one of Bell's service centers, as well as Aeronautical Accessories, Bell's manufacturer of windows, interiors, landing gear, and other equipment. The team met up with Director of Aftermarket Sales, Jennifer Lunsford, and business leader Tom Williams. Williams took the podcast trio on an extensive tour of the Bell Service Center, new aircraft customization overhaul facilities, and the Aeronautical Accessories factory. They were able to witness firsthand the complexities and challenges that go into the building of parts for Bell helicopters. Williams showed the start-to-finish process of polycarbonate windscreen production. These windshields feature a revolutionary design that provides superior impact performance compared to standard acrylic versions and is the pride of the Aeronautical Accessories facility. After the tour of Bell's impressive facility, the crew made their way to the flight line. Waiting for them was a Bell 412 EP. John and Jack were then treated to a flight around the area in the powerful twin-engine model that has seen a resurgence in popularity in recent years, particularly in law enforcement and search and rescue fields. Next up, the tour began its trek north through the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia on the way to the nation's capital. 3 stops were on the agenda. The first was with the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department Air Support Unit. The Blades of Valor tour met up with Sergeant Danny Thaw and pilot Kevin Chittick at their current facility, the South Capitol Street Heliport on the banks of the Anacostia River, just north of where it joins the Potomac River. Just across the Anacostia, within sight of the DC Metro Air Support Pad, sits the Eagle's Nest, the headquarters of the U.S. Park Police Aviation Unit. Chief Pilot Sergeant Ryan Evasick and TFO Assistant Commander Sergeant Tim Ryan joined Jack and John for discussion on the unit's history and daily operations around one of the most restrictive airspaces in the country. Sergeant Evasick and Tim Ryan also gave the team an exhilarating flight around DC with a view of their response area. This flight highlighted the importance of their aviation unit as we flew out of the city to the Great Falls Park in Shenandoah National Park, where we saw the challenging rapids of the Potomac River, which is the source of almost daily rescue missions they conduct with their highly skilled aircrew and their powerful Bell 412. The final stop of the Blades of Valor tour was a somber one. National Police Week and the accompanying events held in the Washington, D.C. area coincided with the tour. It was fitting that the culmination of this journey was at the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. Dedicated on October 15, 1991, this monument to officers who have died in the line of duty now holds the names of 23,229 members who gave their lives protecting others. The 2 curved, 304-foot long limestone walls have been engraved with the names of every known law enforcement officer death, since the first one in 1786. This includes the 410 aviation-related deaths, dating back to 1927. This was an incredible journey that allowed us to see up close and personal how these units perform their duties in exceptional ways. The success of this trip has motivated us to continue the tour with plans to visit other public safety aviation units across the United States and beyond. Our goal is to gather inspiration and promote the exceptional work being carried out daily by air crews around the world.